it's your girl Fabulous Victoria, and I'm back with another video. Now guys, I know what you guys are thinking, like, girl, what is up with your hair? But I'll explain it in a second. But first, if you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. That way you guys are a part of my journey as far as growing as a bigger YouTuber. Now guys, today I'm just gonna kind of be like rambling, as well as, you know, doing my hair and just retwisting up my hair and everything. That way I'm preparing myself for work. This video I know is a little bit random and out there. I do want to like apologize for my appearance because I'm like, what? Like, I'm looking a little crazy. There's just like a couple things that I wanted to get off my chest and like talk about, okay? But first, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the products that I use to kind of like wash my hair and what I'll be using to style and everything. So to wash, I used these products here by Eden Body Works. It's the natural conditioner and shampoo from the Peppermint tea tree line. I absolutely love this stuff. I have a review on my channel and I'll give you guys a thorough review of these products. So I'll go ahead and link that video down below. To style, I'll also be using the Eden Body Works All Natural Hair Milk and also Peppermint Tea Tree as well. Paired with this, I'll be using the Shea Moisture Red Palm Oil and Cocoa Butter Curl Stretch Pudding with Flaxseed Oil. Later, after all my twists are in, to kind of like oil my scalp, I'll be using some Wild Growth Oil. This stuff has really been helping my hair with growth and everything and to stay healthy, so I love this stuff. I feel like I'm running out, so I'm gonna go get another bottle. And just the essential tools that I'll be using. This brush here that I just got off of Amazon. Well, I didn't just get it, but I got it a while ago off of Amazon. It came with 2 of them. I love this brush. As well as this water bottle here. I love it. It's a very, very small bottle, but it's like a mist bottle. So it comes out as a mist instead of like a spray, which I love. Alright guys, so now that that is all out of the way, I'm not finna hold you guys. I'm finna get started on my hair. So one of the first things that I'm gonna be talking about is YouTube, of course. So if you're like an older subscriber, you probably have noticed that, you know, my channel has changed. As far as all of the content that's on my channel. And as far as my content on my channel goes, I kind of want to explain it, you know? I feel like, you know, I'm not boxed in one category. I do all sorts and types of things. So on my channel, I do my podcasts and stuff. I do story times. I'm doing hair stuff. I eventually want to get into like the clothing stuff as well. But there's just a lot that is going on with my channel, and I do want to explain it. So for starters, I kind of don't like to be put in a box. With me, I'm the type of a person where I never want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, yeah, that's not gonna work with me. I wanted hold, so I got my good old Eco Styler gel. As you guys can see, this container is beat up and almost gone. That just shows you how much I love it. If you guys are, you know, not familiar really with the way that YouTube is and with the way that their guidelines are, their algorithm, all of that kind of stuff. If you guys aren't really aware of all that stuff, then it's not going to really make sense. But YouTube has a whole algorithm that kind of pushes your videos. And the whole premise of that algorithm is, you know, you get a chance to know what fans and stuff, what the people really like and what they don't like. So when it comes to YouTube, you kind of have to follow that algorithm in order to really see profit from YouTube. So it's not that I'm changing in a way that I don't feel is necessary for me to change. It's me sitting here and given the knowledge that I'm given, do I accept that knowledge and take what they're giving me and say, if this is what the algorithm loves, then go by the algorithm? Or do I just sit there and say, you know what, forget the algorithm, I'm gonna do what it is that I wanna do and forget what anyone else says. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to, you know, change with the company, which is technically YouTube, and I'm going to do it in my own way that makes me comfortable and that makes me kind of getting out of my shell and accepting of the new ways that they want their platform to go. So that's what I've been doing as far as with my YouTube goes. Now, when it comes to my short-term goals with YouTube, I always go with a every 3-month kind of basis on goals that I have that I want to accomplish. Now, I probably won't go into details with my short-term goals that I do want to do for my YouTube, but for the most part, I do want to, you know, have more subscribers and stuff. Like, that's the main thing. I really want to push myself to get more subscribers, do what I have to do. That's why I've been trying to be very, very consistent, posting at least 2 times a week. I've also been trying to, you know, kind of keep up with the trends and stuff that are on YouTube to kind of help myself grow a little better. Hence the reason I'm doing like a get ready with me just kind of doing my hair though, because I don't really wear makeup like that, so yeah. But as far as longer term goals with YouTube, I really want to collab with people. Like, I really want to collab and everything. Bring someone to my channel that has similar interests as myself. I want to get myself out there a little more. That way, you know, when I collab with others, their subscribers will come to my subscribers. We'll all have subscribers together, you know. So just thinking logically and smart. Like, I really want to grow into this field with YouTube, so I've just been trying to do my homework on what it is that, you know, comes with YouTube to try to better understand everything. Like, I've been really utilizing resources and things like that to really help me get to where I am now with YouTube, because for the longest I was under 100 subscribers. If it wasn't for this YouTube group that I've met and that have literally been helping me along the way. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much like my whole goals with YouTube and everything. Eventually, I do want to like get good with vlogging and everything like that. Like, back when things are a little bit more open and things outside, I also want to invest in an even better camera than the one that I have, because, you know, I do notice like a little bit of flaws and stuff with the camera, and I just want to get even more better and stuff when it comes to, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. This is like a goal of mine, is to really like take over with this. I've seen so many people do what it is that I feel like I can honestly do too, and I'm like, go for it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's really, really hard. Like, the YouTube group that I've told you guys about, I've honestly had to ask them all the time, like, guys, I'm having issues with this, guys, I'm having issues with that, and they've been just giving me like the best advice ever. Giving me good advice on tons of different things as far as camera issues, internet issues, just everything. They've literally been there for me. They've also come up with like good collaborative ideas and stuff that we can do. Like, we always brainstorm with each other, so it's really, really good to get a good team behind you of people that actually are willing to support you in your craft. So yeah, you know, definitely get out there, find you a good, you know, group of people, especially if this is something that you want to do, because my group, we are fucking awesome. So, you know, yeah, that's really pretty much it with YouTube stuff. I just want to grow, but I'm willing to take it slow and everything else. Like, I'm not gonna rush it. You know, all good things come with patience, so I'm trying to be patient, and I know that I'll get there eventually. So just know that, you know, these videos right here, like, once I watch this video in the back, you know, I'm gonna be like, I said I would get there, and I'm there, you know. So for sure. Now, I do want to talk about the podcast. So, you know, I've been putting the podcast on YouTube. Like, YouTube's not the original podcast site though. The original podcast site is Anchor. And then from Anchor, they kind of distribute my podcast to other platforms. So Anchor really helps me with that. I do want to go in depth with a podcast video, kind of explain how I got into podcasting, why I wanted to do podcasting and everything else. So if you guys think that that's a good topic and that's something that you guys would want to hear, you guys just see how this brush is just gliding straight through. Like, look at that. Love it. But if that's like a topic that you guys want me to discuss on my channel, please like let me know, because I've been thinking about it and I've been trying to find ways of, explaining it to people, because I'm sure that, there are people out there that also want to be able to voice their opinions, but, no shade to YouTube, but YouTube is not the platform to do it. You need a platform that gives you a little more freedom. So that's why I got into podcasting and stuff, but I do want to kind of save it for a podcast video if you guys want that, so just let me know. The thing is, I have been so busy with going back and forth to work and everything that it's been hard to kind of continue to keep up posting the videos that I do post on my channel and posting podcast portions. So instead of me doing the podcast portions and stuff on YouTube, I've kind of slowed down on doing that. And it doesn't mean that you're never going to get a podcast portion on YouTube again. If anything, it just means what I said, which is I've slowed down on doing them. It's just I'm not Superwoman. Like, I know my limitations. I know my limits. It's already hard enough to do 2 fully edited videos within 1 week. Like, it's hard. It's a lot. When I do those edits and stuff like I do for the story times, that takes practically a whole week itself to do that. Especially with connection issues. I'm also trying to film the podcast in the evening time after work, so it's a lot. I kind of feel like the podcast was just too easy to just kind of keep taking little portions of what I was saying during the podcast and just uploading it. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a brilliant idea, it was kind of like a one-stop shop. And then when I tried to get a little fancy, I started adding GIFs and stuff, so it was easy. It was easy for me to just pop them out and do all the time and post all the time and stuff. The only problem was that, just timing. Like, there's only so much time within a day. I feel like by now, people should know I have a podcast. If you want to look at the podcast, I post in the description box every single video. I don't care if it's a hair video, a story time, I post in every single video links to the podcast. That way, if you don't have one podcast app, you have another one. If you don't got that one, guess what? There's like 6 other ones down there that you guys can just check out. And there's different platforms that you can check me out on. That's that with the whole podcast and stuff, and why you guys haven't been seeing podcasts, like new podcast things or whatever. As you guys can see, I'm really, really heavy-handed. I'm sorry if this is like too much product for you guys, but with me, I'm like, my curls are gonna be juicy one way or another. And I'm like to the point where I'm like, I'm willing to get the build up, because as long as I get a clarifying shampoo, I should be fine. But I'm like, what do I want? To be able to have really juicy, nice, plump curls and stuff like that, and have to use a ton of product to get them like that, because my hair is like fine, but at the same time, it's like very thick. Like, it's a lot of hair. But at the same time, it's like, look at how thin, my hair is at the same time. It's just like, my hair, it takes a lot of product to really smooth everything down. Notice that some YouTube naturals, they just literally use like a little small amount of product. And I'm like, how? Alright guys, so I just want to talk to you guys about something a little bit more like a couple things on the personal side and stuff too, in the midst of this whole thing. So for one, I want to talk about my skin and my weight. So, unfortunately, like, to lose weight and stuff like that, you kind of have to stop eating And like, I'm just in this crossroads of where I'm kind of like, I really don't want to do that, and I don't know how to do that. So yeah, it's been hard. It's been, you know, it's been really hard. Like, you gotta really stop eating to lose weight. That doesn't make any sense. Like, eating is good for your soul. It's good for your like, it's nourishment. But unfortunately, the way your body is set up, it pretty much does this. Oh, if you really want to lose that weight and look like those, you know, people right there, you're gonna have to stop eating. And I'm like, but I like eating. And then it's like, okay, well then you're gonna be fat. So it's really just hard to kind of like get a balanced diet. And then like, I've been going back and forth to work, so it's been really, really hard to kind of squeeze in a workout. I don't really like to work out in the evening, because towards the evening, that's when I like to like wind down and stuff. I'm not thinking about working out. Like, what? I want to start doing like little walks around the complex and stuff, but my complex is a little ghetto. So in the evening time, when I want to go out and do a little stroll and a little walk, like, I don't feel good doing that, especially by myself. Like, what the hell? Like, no. So this is for my ladies. Like, have you ever went out and you see a guy and he keeps staring at you and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, please don't talk to me? That's kind of how I feel when I'm in my complex. Like, I see people, like, I'm like, man, I know if I was walking, he would probably try to talk to me or whatever. And my whole thing is, please don't talk to me. Like, I don't want you to talk to me right now. Please don't do that. And at work, where I used to walk around a lot and things like that with the kids, we don't do that because, you know, distance learning. So that's not even happening anymore. So it just, you know, it's really hard. It's really been hard to kind of like get my body to be the size that I want it to be. I'm really trying to like lose like 20-30 pounds. So if anything, it's starting to be easier to me to understand how to get to that goal. It's just, it's really hard when, you know, I can't really get up and walk and stuff. And because I'm in an apartment, I don't have a treadmill. So it's kind of hard to even go anywhere. Like, everything's kind of closed, gyms and stuff, even facilities on the property are closed when you're trying to like go to your on-site gym. Yeah, you know, I've been struggling with trying to lose weight and stuff. So it's been very, very hard. I don't know if anybody else is struggling to lose those extra pounds. Being in quarantine has really, really messed me up. Now, my weight has always fluctuated, you know. I've always been, you know, fluctuating with weight and stuff. But, you know, for the most part, it's just been really hard to keep the weight off. Like, I've been trying to work out and stuff, doing different workouts that I like. And it's just been really hard to kind of keep all the weight off. And then like in return, I think that it's been affecting my skin. And there's multiple different things that I think has been affecting my skin. One being these masks that we're required to wear. I'm suffering from maskne like a MF. So I'm over here, you know, got a bunch of different marks and stuff on my face. Like, I'm literally getting it only around like jaw area, lower cheek area. Up here, I'm fine. There's no acne. Of course, I have like, you know, acne and stuff on my forehead and stuff too. I get occasional acne here and there, but the amount of acne that I'm getting and the type of acne, I'm like, man, I've never really had this big of an issue with acne. But then I was watching the news and I seen a term called maskne, and I was like, what? And I was like, I think honestly that's what's getting me acne, because the mask, ever since I've been wearing it, my acne has been out of control. And I've been trying to do just about any and everything to control it, but it has not been in my favor and nothing has been working. So I'm here asking you guys, do you guys have any tips with Maskne? Because I'm literally struggling. Like, I'm struggling to get my skin back on track, and it can't be, oh, well, just drink some water. I drink water like crazy. I literally go through bottles and bottles and bottles of water. Like, you guys are not able to see my dresser when I am filming videos, but for the most part, like right now it's clean, but for the most part it is filled with water bottles. You guys don't know how much water I'm intaking. Like, I'm intaking a ton of water. Like, I even have a big huge pink water bottle that I drink. I drink a lot of water. I almost feel like the Maskne is affecting me from even wanting to like go out and do things with other people, because I'm like, you know, my skin is not looking the best, and you know, I wouldn't want people to see that. Yeah, it's really hard for me to have a social life. Like, I feel like I don't even want to go out simply because I'm not looking the way that I want to look. Like, and it's not that, you know, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm ugly, you know, like, I don't feel that way. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, I just feel like a little tiny bit insecure because of all this Maskne that I have on my face, and I'm like, my skin's normally not like this, you know, my skin's normally fair. But you know, I'm not really supposed to be out, I guess, having much of a social life because of everything. So maybe that's why I'm getting this Maskne, to kind of like ensure that I just stay home and don't go nowhere, which is kind of cruel, but you know, I'll accept it in any way that the universe gives it to me. Alright guys, so we are nearing the end of this video. I am almost done with my hair and everything too. So I wanted to talk about my relationship status, because I'm sure, you know, there's probably a person out there that wants to know, or maybe not really. I mean, maybe I'm just thinking they want to know and they probably don't really care, but you know, if anyone was wondering, I am not really in a relationship right now. So, I mean, it's not to say that I just don't talk to people or anything like that. Like, I have a person that I talk to, and I talk to him on the daily. Like, I talk to him practically, well, not even practically, I talk to him every single day. Like, I care about him a lot, you know, like, I care about him like a whole lot. You guys see from my story times how much I've struggled with relationships and stuff in the past. But when talking to this specific person, I, you know, I almost don't feel like he's like the rest. Because, you know, looking back on a lot of the other people that I've dealt with, I could tell they had an ulterior motive. But with this person, it just kind of seems like they don't really have an ulterior motive. So, because, you know, just things have not went to a level where it made me think there's an ulterior motive there. With that being said, you know, it's made me feel comfortable to just kind of like talk to this person on a day-to-day basis, where we've just really like grown as friends. And it's really, really helped with, you know, a lot that's going on, to kind of just have somebody to talk to with all of this chaos and everything going on in the world. So I've been really much enjoying that. But yeah, this guy has really, like, you know, helped with that whole thing, and I've just been really grateful. Like, you know, it's to a point where, you know, it's not like him being clingy, so it's like I have time to just kind of go to work, do what I have to do at work, he does what he has to do and things like that too. So it's not like he's always constantly haggling me. If anything, it's more of a, you know, me wanting to be able to talk to him more than him being a pester and trying to talk to me, which I like. Which is weird, but you know, that's what I like, so, you know, whatever. He's just really been a helpful friend and been there for me. Now, it's not to say that, you know, this is probably going to be the person that I'm with for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know what's going to end up happening with my life. I'm really still kind of young, you know, and anything can end up happening, and you know, I'm just gonna go in with an open mind on everything. I'm never gonna try to rush it. I must say though that I have been having like baby fever and stuff, because I really want to be a mom. It's just to the point where I'm kind of like, if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. If it does, then it does, you know? There's nothing that I can do to change things or anything. And I don't know who I'm gonna end up with, you know, but for right now, I'm just kind of enjoying my life, being alone and only caring for myself, because I know that once I sign up to be with someone else, and I kind of say like sign up like I'm fucking doing a contract or something, but once I pretty much like, you know, commit my time and space with someone else, it's gonna be hard to get that alone time. Like, I mean, I looked at how it was with my previous relationship, and it was really, really hard to get that alone time sometimes. I'm just really enjoying me and focusing on my crafts, focusing on getting my life and career and journey to where I want it to be. Enjoying to just be able to talk to who I feel like talking to with no ties and no restrictions. And just feeling like I can honestly just do me. Like, you know, like I've really just been enjoying that right now. And I kind of want it to be like this for a while. Yes, sometimes I do want to be booed up, but then I think about the things that comes with being booed up. And I'm just kind of like, next time I get with someone, I want them to be on the same level as me. Like, I want them to be in the same mindset as me, the same level as me. But yeah, you know, that is really it for this video. I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed this up and kind of just show you guys my results at the end. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Now I know they're looking a little frumpy looking right now. They kind of have to set because my hair is still a little wet and the product kind of has to settle, but once it does, then I'll kind of show you guys how it looks. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Please be sure to follow me on all of my social medias. They'll be listed in the description box down below as well as in the outro. If you guys liked videos like this, please be sure to thumbs this video up. That way I know, so then I can do more videos like this for you guys in the future. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!